Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Hartz and I am a software developer dietitian and also the founder and CEO of Visual Veggie Software. In this video, we're going to do a little walkthrough of the Dietitian Exam Study Suite, the desktop program, so you can get a feel for what to do and some of the important features of the program. So I have the program pulled up here, and this is the home screen. So everything here, all of these panels are clickable, and we'll go into each one so you can see what they all are. So in the daily week topics, this is a section that the software will keep track of your progress amongst the various topics in the software, and anything that's scored low, so 70% or lower, will be stored in here. And every day you come into this feature, it's going to give you 5 different topics to work on. So you can read through the articles, you can watch the videos, and you can practice with the questions, matching and hanging, and so forth. We can do all the navigation on the left-hand side here, but I'm going to just bump back home. And the next panel is the assignments. So assignments, if you are being monitored by an instructor, maybe you're using the software for a class or part of your internship, your instructor may provide you with assignments throughout the course. We will periodically be adding in an assignment, and I have one in here now, so the micronutrients assignment. Just in case you're not being monitored by an instructor, we'll throw one in every now and then. So just select the assignment here, and again, you can work through any of the available study modules. The next one is the study sessions. Let me go and change the plan here because I want to start from scratch. Now, this is a premium feature that is part of the Ultimate package, but it can be added on separately to the Basic or the Plus package. So you'll have you'll either choose an exam date or choose from a predefined amount of time. And let's say we're going to study for 3 months, and then choose the days you plan on studying. So let's just make a couple selections here. We're just going to work through these 4 days, and you see it gives you about how many days the plan will be and the estimated number of topics per day. So this is pretty doable. I think 7 topics is pretty doable. So I'm going to build my plan, and I'm going to go to the sessions. So here's today's session. We have these topics here. And again, we can work through any of the study modules that are available in the listed topics. You can always work ahead. So you can go and click on, see what's in today, the next day and the following days. You can even work behind, work on past sessions here too. If you want to, you can also print off a schedule. Oops. We'll print off a schedule to, so this just shows like the dates and like what the sessions are. But then if you scroll down, you'll be able to see what the actual topics are in each session. So this might be something nice if you wanted to put in your planner and see what you have coming up. The next panel here is for study modules. This is where you're going to spend the most amount of your time if you're just planning on, as it says, studying on your own. So the first, these are all the different study modules in the program. The first one here is library. Now, library is part of the Plus and the Ultimate packages, but it can be added on separately to the Basic package. So we have our list of topics in here. We can narrow down the list by selecting the main domain, and then even going further with the subcategories. And it tells you how many results are here, and we can either click on one individual view item, or we can do see all listed. We can even search by keyword. So if we start typing in here, and we'll say we'll do infants. So this is going to show any of the topics that have mention of infant, and there's 18 results here. So let's say we want to see all of these listed, and this will bring up the the articles. Now, this first one, it doesn't necessarily have too much to do with infants, but there is a mention of infant in the actual text. So we can even search in here. We know infant is here. So I'm going to click search and it'll highlight it in red. So that's a way you can like search right into the article. Use the next and the previous buttons to navigate through, or you can even just click on the list box here. All of the study modules will have this this icon here. So this is where you can add a note to a specific article or anything else you're working in. And if we do add a note, it'll add a little dot here. So that's to call your attention that you already have a note present. So see, I don't have one in that one, but I do in this one here. The self-evaluation at the top. So I kind of skipped over this one, and I'll go maybe into here after we go through the study modules. So you can evaluate yourself on how well you know a specific topic. After you read through it, you can mark it as green, like I know it very well, yellow, I know it a little bit, or red, I'm very unfamiliar. And doing this will it'll tailor your use of the software. So the program will actually provide you with more content, anything that you mark in yellow and red. This is a good time to show you this little feature down here called Study Partner. So Study Partner is a virtual assistant that will follow you around the program, and it'll recommend other things to work on next that have similar topics. So you can activate Study Partner in any of the study modules. We can take a test of 15 questions, and it'll bring up the various topics that are associated with those 15 questions. But here I'm in the articles, so these are the 18 articles. We can also see the practice questions, the videos. So just click in here and it'll jump right to it. So all of the topics, these 18 articles are topics, and they'll pull specifically the questions. So it's a nice way to add a little bit of structure to your studying. Study Partner is available in the Plus and the Ultimate packages, and that can be added onto the Basic package. So I'm going to go back to Study Mods, and the next one is Practice Exams. Now, the first time you come in here, you're going to see a message to ask you if you want to take a pre-test. It's an optional test, but it's highly recommended. And again, if you're using this as part of a class or an internship, you may be required to take the pre-test. So if you opt out of it, or you start another test and then don't complete it, you'll lose the option to take the pre-test. So make sure that if you want to take it, you do take it. After you take or opt out of the pretest, your screen will look like this. So these are all the different types of tests categories that you can take. You can do a test by domain 1 through 4. So selecting that will bring up a pop-up, and then just choose which domain you want to do. So you can do a mix of all of the domain. So we're in domain 2, or you can do a specific subcategory and just select one option here. And then you're going to say how many questions you want to take from that test. The same thing for all of the domains 1 through 4. It'll give you the mix of all and then the subcategories. So I'm not going to go through each of those. Math only questions are questions that have been flagged in the database that are math related or require some calculations. So you can see you can do domain 1, 2, 3, or 4 math questions, or you can just mix them all up. And similarly, you'll have how many questions you want to do. You can build a test by domain. So if we select that, you can choose as many as you want, and choose a number of questions from each domain you want to do. You can do by topic. So these are all the topics that were listed. There's 300 plus topics in here. Or maybe we want to narrow this search down and look for, let's say we want to look for athletes. Just start typing in, and it'll shorten the list. So just select a topic or topics, add it to the list, and those are the questions. Or you can even build by keyword. So we can say maybe we want to look for break-even point. Added that. And maybe we'll do our fixed and variable costs since they're kind of similar. There. So we can build by keyword. There's thousands of keywords built into the software, so it should be there if you're looking for it. The next one is simulated or mock exams. These are really good tests to take when you're getting maybe closer to your exam. The full simulation exam is going to really simulate the actual exam, and as you see, it's up to 145 questions. If you're using the Dietitian Exam Study Suite, it'll be up to 130 questions. The full simulation exam and also the pretest, they both now have a default time of 3 hours. Previously, it was 2.5 hours, but there was a change made by the CDR, so now it's 3 hours, and that's the default time for those tests. You can also take shorter sets of these tests. Self-evaluation questions. When you answer a question, you can evaluate, like, did you just completely guess at it, or you knew that answer? And again, this is going to pull in any of the questions that you either guessed or you had just some idea of it. The self-evaluation from topics, again, that's like if you're using the self-evaluation tool, or from the articles, you can evaluate yourself, and it's going to pull just the questions from there. It's only going to ask you 10 questions at a time, so it'll be a manageable amount. Unfinished tests is next. So if you start any test and you save and quit, it'll get stored in here, and just select it, and then you can hit continue. You can also retake tests. I think this shouldn't require too much explanation. So any test that you've completed, you can select it and retake it. Redemption is any question that you answer incorrectly, it'll get stored in here. And when you answer it right, then it'll get removed from the list. And again, it's only going to ask you 10 questions at a time, so it's really manageable. If there are any new or revised questions, they'll be present in here. As you see, there's none since the last update that we pushed through. Now let's just take a quick look. We're not going to go through a whole test, but I just want to show you what the simulated or mock exams look like. So I selected the 25 question one. I'm going to hit begin. Now there's a little message that pops up here, and it just says, in the simulated test, there are some features that are disabled, and that's on purpose because this is meant to simulate the actual test. So, okay, I got it. So we have our question, we have our 4 possible answers, and just click anywhere in the answer choice, and you see it's putting a highlight around it. When you've come up with your answer, just hit save, and nothing really happened. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next question, and again, we have our 4 possible answers, make a selection. Nothing's happened here. I don't know how I'm doing. I'm not sure if I'm getting these right or wrong. So all I can do is answer these to the best of my ability and hope that I'm doing well. When you do finish any of the simulated tests, you will get a mock scaled score at the end. And a passing score is 25 points out of 50. But that does not equate to 50%. Generally, it's about 75% of the answers correct is getting a passing score. So anywhere between like 75 and 80. You should obviously try to shoot for the the best possible score. But just to give you an idea, it's around like 75 to 80% yields roughly a 20 points of 25 points. So I'm going to go back here, and when you go back, you're going to get this warning message that comes up. So back does not mean that you can go back to the previous question. It means you're going back to the previous screen. So this is just saying that, hey, this test is not complete. If you go back, you're going to forfeit this test. You cannot save and quit any of the simulated exams, but you can with all of the other tests. So I'm just going to forfeit this test. That's fine. And then for comparison, let's just look at a short test. Let's just look at 5 questions from domain 2. Okay, again, question, 4 possible answers. Make a selection, hit save. Okay, now some things differently happened here. Let me close this for a moment. So I selected the third option, but the second option was the correct one. So it highlighted that. It tells me if I get it right or wrong, and then it popped up that explanation. So that's like the rationale to learn more about the topic. If you close that out prematurely, just hit show explanation again. And this will bring up, it'll show you the question, the correct answer, and then that explanation below. No, I'm just going to go through this test. I want to make it to the end. I want to try to get one right, though, at least. Okay, good. We got one right. Okay, so we made it to the end of the test, and we get our post-test report. Again, if you took a simulated test, it'll give you another little line here that shows your score out of 50 points. So you can scroll down here. It just shows your test score and how much time you spent. This is a bar chart showing how you're doing overall compared to the test you just took. And then below that is a list of the topics that you missed. So you can review the topics. So if you just click on here for review topics, again, you need the library activated for this. It'll bring up the article screen so you can go through those 4 topics that you missed. You can also review the test here too. So we can go and review the test. And this might be good if you did take a simulated test and you didn't see the feedback, if you got them right or wrong and what the explanations were. So this is one of the places that you can go and review that test. Let me go back now to study mods and we'll look at the whiteboard videos. So the videos, you can just go and select any of the videos here. And it's me on a whiteboard. Many of these are math related. Some are informational. I believe this one has a little bit of both. So, they're short. This one's about 11 minutes. They range in time. The next one is matching. So matching is a fun matching game that we're going to... I have to do the one I always know I can get one right. So you have 2 columns of items. Your goal is to match something in the left column to something in the right column. And just make a selection anywhere. And a selection in the right and hit submit. And when you get it right, it shows you the explanation and it's color-coded them. If we get another one, let's see. It'll give it a different color, so you can differentiate between them. When you finish this game, you'll be able to just click on these to kind of re-review them. So I didn't finish this, but we'd be able to re-review them afterwards. All right, pop back to study modules. The abbreviations are next. So there's 2 ways to play this. There's the easy way, which gives you the term and you're typing in the abbreviation below. Why can't I think this? Okay, yeah. When you get it right, it'll again show you a little explanation below. If you don't know one, you can just surrender. You want to make it a little bit more difficult on yourself, change this to term, and this will give you the abbreviation, and you have to type in the term. Oh, that's not enough characters. What did I miss? Let's surrender that. Of blood glucose. Okay, yeah. Well, we were pretty close. But anyway, you see how that's a little bit more challenging. And this gets you familiar with the terminology that you'll see in the clinical setting. The next one is blind exams. So blind exams is taking the majority of the questions from the practice exams, but it's not showing you the answer choices. So it makes it a little bit more challenging. You'll have the question, and when you formulate your answer, just hit display answer. It shows you that, and then it gives you the explanation below. Hanging with Nutrition is a fun hangman style game. Now this one is available in the Ultimate package, but it can be available purchased separately in the Basic or the Plus packages. With Hanging with Nutrition, you'll get a clue at the top, so you're not just blind guessing the term below here, and you're going to select the letters. Now you see if I get them wrong, it's filling in the My Plate icon, but if I get it right, it fills in the letter here. So let's just finish this word. And regardless if you get it correct or incorrect, it'll give you that explanation at the end, and it'll fill in the word. And then the last one here is the flashcards. Now the flashcards are also available in the Ultimate package only, but they're available for purchase as an add-on separately for the Basic or the Plus packages. So you have your question, flip it over, and you have your answer on the back. Electronic flashcards. You can shuffle these. You can even bookmark a certain flashcard, so that'll now be present in my bookmark cards. Going back home, and let's next look at the this panel down at the lower left. So the recent tests, this is showing your 10 most recent tests that you've taken. You can review the test by clicking the little review button. So this is the one we just took today. You can even retake this test. So if you want to retake it, just click that and you'll bring the same questions. It'll be the same questions in that test. The next one up here on the right is proficiency. So this is showing you an overall average of the 4 main categories of the RD exam, and also the DTR exam. So this follows in suit to Domain 1 is Principles of Dietetics, Domain 2 is Clinical, Domain 3 is Management, and Domain 4 is Food Service. These percentages are taken from anything that's scored in the software. So that's obviously the practice exams, also the matching, the abbreviations, and the Hanging with Nutrition, because those are things that you're getting a right or wrong answer. If you click in here, this will show you, again, this is the same graphic we saw on the home screen, but you can also now see your practice exam analysis. This will show, if you did take the pretest, it'll show 2 sets of bars. So how does your overall average in each domain compare to the pretest score? To the right of that, you'll see your study module analysis. Again, everything that's being scored. How are you doing overall? And then below that is the topics proficiency. Now, this might be a nice place to go every now and then to just see how you're doing and see what you might need to work on. Anything that's marked as red is a low proficiency. Yellow is a moderate proficiency. And I do have a green. Okay, so green is a higher proficiency. You can change up the views here. And if you wanted to, you can double click to read the article. Again, you'll need library active to do that. The exam plant is the next one. This is just a fun challenges kind of a feature. So you have a plant. It's going to start out just as a lump of dirt, and it'll grow into a plant as you start to complete the various challenges. Now there are more challenges. There's only 10 levels of the plant, and I think there's about 16 or 18 different challenges here. You can change up your plants, so maybe you want pepper or cucumber or corn. And these panels are also clickable, so if you wanted to work on a specific one, this one, build test with 25 questions, I can go and click on that, and it'll bring up a build question test. So I can go and choose my by domain and then choose 25 questions, or even by topic or keyword. As long as there's 25 questions or more, that'll get counted there. If you have a test date, you can click on this panel and it'll bring up a calendar. So let's say that my test date is going to be on May 31st. Confirm that, and it'll give you a countdown to your exam. And the last panel here is the subscription. This is giving you a countdown to how long you are available to receive software updates and also software support. An important piece is that you can keep using this software after that subscription expires. If you do want to extend it, you can do so while the subscription is still active. But if it does expire, then you're going to need to get a renewal subscription, and that's more expensive. So it's probably best if you do plan on continually getting updates and support that you just maintain that. You'll get 12 months of updates and support for free from the date that you register. And but again, you can keep using it after that time. Let's see. So from the left here, what we missed was the self-evaluation. Again, this is just showing all the 300 plus topics that are here. And this is if you wanted to do, this way. I think it's more manageable to do it through the articles, but you can simply come in here too, because it could be a very hefty exercise. You're basically looking at a topic and thinking to yourself, how well do I know that topic? Thinking, can I explain it to somebody and give accurate information and feel confident doing so? Then you'll mark it as green. Or you can, maybe some information about it, mark it in yellow. You really have no clue, mark it in red. If you like to, you can also print off a worksheet just in case you wanted to do this with paper instead of in here. But doing it on paper, it's not going to jive with the software, so the software's not going to really get to know you that well. But there's that option there too. Let's see, what did we miss here? Anything? Oh, exam review. This is another place that you can come in and review any of your past tests. So just go and select the tests that you want to review and use your next and previous buttons. Reports, you can see your reports here. You can generate a progress report. So just select one. You can do a single test. You can do it by date range or by topic proficiency. This upload results is if you're being monitored by an instructor, the software will periodically upload your results to the server. It'll also occur when you close out the software. So when you X out, it'll shoot the data up to the server. But if your instructor is waiting on a test that you just took, you can just go and click that upload results and see. It should just take a couple seconds to do. There, it's done. Subscriptions, you can come in here if you wanted to purchase a new subscription, so you can extend by 3 months or 12 months. Again, if it's still a valid subscription, this will tell you what you can purchase. If it's expired, this will be red and it'll say you can only purchase the renewal subscription. If it's expired over a year, your only option is to purchase a new license. So again, it's always best to keep an active subscription if you plan on using it. When you do purchase a subscription extension or renewal, you'll receive a code in your email and just enter that code and hit verify, and it'll extend appropriately. You don't have to wait until your subscription is just about up if you wanted to extend it. So if I entered a 3-month code right now, it'll tack on 3 months. So it'll take me to end of March 2025. And that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I wish you all the best of luck in your upcoming exams. Thanks for watching.